What did you just say, Wesley?
When we go to Old Navy, then not to it.
He just asked me what his shirt said, and I said Old Navy, and he said, oh, when I go there, I'll have to wear this shirt. This is real maple syrup we've got. We have family that has trees that they tap, and so sometimes we're lucky enough to get some fresh maple syrup. And so I just have this container. This to me just looks exactly like what they'd serve in a restaurant. I got this from Bed Bath & Beyond a few years ago as an easy container for pouring, so I just need to transfer. This is how the pancakes turned out. If you have fresh blueberries, your pancakes will look a lot nicer. Frozen blueberries always make them look a little bit blue or green as the juice, you know, just goes out into the pancake batter. We're gonna have some syrup, of course, orange juice, and apple juice, and that's breakfast this morning. Just finished breakfast, have not even finished cleaning up yet, but it is 10 o'clock. We're kind of having a late start this morning, and so I am just having my first coffee now. Just a little top up of coffee, another half cup or so there. For lunch today, we're using the naan bread from Costco, our favorite naan bread. What I do is I put those onto a baking sheet. I lightly butter them, usually put a little bit of salt, and then I toast them in the oven, so it only takes like 5 minutes, but it makes them just a little bit crispy and so delicious and warm. And then we have some hummus. We're actually almost out of hummus, so it's not gonna go around for everybody, but I'll serve what we have. And then the perfect combination, what I always serve when we do this naan bread and hummus, is I do carrot sticks, because those are delicious to dip in the hummus. Of all veggies, carrots are just so yummy with hummus. And then I think it's almost time for me to go do groceries, but we have a couple of apples left, so I will slice those up too for lunch. This is the naan bread I'm talking about from Costco. Chop up a couple of carrots. And then this is the hummus. Every time I go to Costco, I buy this hummus. It comes in a 2-pack. This one, I think we're probably like maybe even over halfway done. If I can open this one-handed. Come on. Yeah, we've got about that much left. Once I take these out of the oven, I first let them cool for a little bit, because sometimes I'm a little bit impatient and then they're so hot. So these have cooled down a little bit, and I just slice them up into triangle pieces like this, and they're just perfect size for dipping. This is actually a perfect job for the kids too. But today it is definitely lunchtime, and so I am just doing it to get it done nice and quick. So there's everything we're having for lunch, and then we're having milk to drink. And don't be deceived thinking like, oh, the kids are going to be disappointed there's not enough hummus to go around. I usually make them each have a scoop of it. Some of them really like hummus, some of them do not. So we will divide that amongst those of us who do enjoy it, and there are a couple of kids who will be kind of happy to just have these 3 items for lunch. I'm gonna start my first step for making supper. I haven't had a snack at all this afternoon. We had such a late lunch. When the day starts late, later breakfast, later lunch, we'll have a little bit of a later supper too. The kids have snacked on some candy. We always do chore lists on Saturdays, and then when they are done their chore list, they get just a few candies. So that's been their snack this afternoon. So I'm gonna make, I have some pork chops back there on the counter. So I'm making a butter chicken sauce, but instead of chicken, I'm using pork chops. So I'm gonna chop those all up really little, fry them, use this sauce. This butter chicken sauce I bought at Costco, so that just needs to be warmed. But the step I'm gonna do first is to start prepping our rice. So for the rice, I do 2 cups of rice, 2 cups of water, maybe a little bit more than 2 cups of water in the Instant Pot, and it just cooks on high pressure for 4 minutes. My water is in here, my rice is in here. I'm gonna add just a little bit of salt too. And then I'll take a wooden spoon, give that a little stir. And then I'm gonna turn it, well, we need the lid. Then I'll turn this to sealing, and we need to pressure cook this, so manual, only for 4 minutes. Before I chop up my meat, I'm actually gonna chop up this half onion. I was just, my printer, this was a new thing I'd never seen before that I had to research, but it stopped working, and I had kept getting this notification that the ink pad waste was almost full, which I had no clue what that meant, but I looked into it and I figured out how to manually fix that problem. And so right now I'm in the middle of rinsing out all of the ink pads. I probably should wear gloves, but yeah, I'm gonna have some black fingers, I think, here for a few days. So I'll chop up this onion pretty small, and then I'll start sauteing it on a pan while I chop up all the meat. I've got 3 pork chops here. I'm gonna start chopping up. Also, I spoke too soon. Wesley's just getting out a yogurt right now. Is that what you're having for snack, Wes? Yogurt? Yum. Look at how fat these Costco pork chops are. There's so much meat on these. I probably could have gotten away with 2 in a sauce, but I had 3 all in a freezer bag together, so 3 it is. I'll chop these up pretty small too. My onions are cooked through, so I'm gonna add my meat, but look how much meat that is. 3 pork chops, and that makes for a lot of meat. Now that the meat is cooked through, I'm gonna add this whole jar of sauce. Probably turn that down a little bit. I actually took some meat out while it was cooking too, because I thought that's just too much meat, and I'll probably cook this up in a couple days and have it on a salad or something. So now I'm just going to mix this. Sometimes I'll pour a little bit of water into this too, just to get the remainder of the sauce. Kind of swish that water around a little bit. Don't want to waste anything. There we go. And then this sauce just needs to be warmed. I'm also in the middle of making Andrew and I one more coffee, and then this cooked for the 4 minutes, and it's been naturally releasing for 18 minutes, as you can see there. I actually meant to let it manually release after 10 or 15, but that's okay. Just poured myself a coffee. Normally we use our drip coffee maker, and that's good coffee too, but the French press coffee is just, I don't know, it's next level. It makes a really nice, strong, and creamy coffee. Dinner's ready. I'm feeling kind of snacky tonight, so I'm gonna have this cream soda flavored sparkling water, as well as a bowl of this Chicago Mix popcorn. Thank you for watching today's video. Good night.